These are the tales and ramblings of two men, their dream of running a successful food truck business and life. We invite you along to join Josh and Skippy on this journey. This is Monday Morning Food Truck.
Oh, just get right into it, why don't you?
That's what she said.
Oh,
Good morning, Skippy. How are you doing today?
it's a great chilly, somewhat chilly morning.
Relatively speaking, yes.
Relatively speaking, yes. You get the chill before we do, it seems.
It's my phone says 36 right now, which I will take.
Maybe we're getting the chill. See, it keeps doing that.
35 with it feels like a 27. It was cold last night. It was my feels like temperature when I woke up was like 20. So, but yeah, the temperature is a little cray over the next 10 days according to my phone. So high at 28 on Friday.
Love cray.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. 53 tomorrow though. So, and rain, but
Yeah, my camera keeps like shutting off.
no, well,
My apologies to anybody who might be, our tens of listeners that follow us on YouTube.
yeah. Today's an interesting statistical day.
Most statistics.
Monday, new podcast uploaded.
Yeah.
Also the day after the Super Bowl. So maybe people are just sleeping. But a very low number so far of downloads, which is unusual for this time of day on a Monday. So,
well, a lot of people are skipping work today, so they're just going to wake up a little bit later, maybe go in around lunchtime.
That's what I'm thinking. That we're just getting off to a late start. So, but yeah, it was definitely well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
We get these good weeks in a row, and then all of a sudden we get one of these weird ones, and it's like, well, maybe people are finally tired of us. Which is
who could be tired of us?
Me.
Oh.
I'm tired of us, but
my wife's tired of me.
I think that's just all wives. Not of you specifically, but as husbands in general. No, it's good to be. We're over 30 now episodes. We're 31. Yeah, we're trucking along, buddy.
Yeah, I think I'm having fun doing this. We should probably keep going, huh?
All right.
If anything, it's just a stress relief.
I'm glad that it is for you.
I was gonna say for me it is.
I'm happy that editing has gotten to the point where it's hardly happening at all. The majority of the editing that I'm doing is just separating the two episodes. So
yeah.
But unfortunately, I still have to listen to the entire thing to make sure there's not anything that we have to take out. So
oh boy.
It takes about the same amount of time still, even though there's less actual physical work. But yeah,
we should hire somebody.
Yeah, with all the money this thing's making.
It's in the budget. Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to change my lighting. Maybe my camera keeps going off because of light.
Are you on your iPad or your laptop?
Laptop.
Huh.
Whoa. It didn't like that at all.
I saw you for a second and you look like Jesus coming down from the sun.
See, it just keeps shutting off. All right. Well, I might have to fix. We'll just keep recording.
All right. For like $30 on Amazon, you can get yourself a little webcam. That might help.
It's built in. Why did I buy the one?
I have one built into mine too, but it's crap. Case in point.
Maybe it just doesn't want to look at you. I don't know.
Well, it's not looking at me. It's looking at you.
That's true. Probably doesn't want to look at me.
But we just got a backwards comment. I came through my phone and I slid it as I silenced it as I was reading it. And I got to read it again just to make sure that I did not read what I think I read. Hold on. I'll read it to you.
Oh boy.
Comments. Oh, okay. Never mind. It was from Kim. So
Yes. Hope it's enjoyable to listen to as it was making it.
I didn't have the context of she was replying to Steve, listening to it, and I didn't realize it was her when I read it. So I was like,
Yeah, he it looks like he's driving to Florida, so he has a lot of episodes just to listen to. So
well, it's not like he's behind, I'm sure.
no, but of course he'll want to go back and listen to where it all started from.
Of course. In syndication.
Absolutely.
Time to hit the reruns. Yeah, shit. I don't know. But yeah, it's a beautiful day. It's gonna be a good week for at least for my menu for barbecue. Are you cooking this week, bud?
Nope.
No?
We're packing for vacation.
Oh, that's right. Well, let's start with you then. In your week last week, you opened again.
Yeah, we did.
I mean, I think we covered because we were a little bit late. So I know
it was like
Monday,
we covered Sunday and Monday. I mean, that was pretty much all it was just Sunday, Monday. So we covered that in the episode that just dropped. But I did a Super Bowl pre-order 2 weeks ago and did wings and ribs and ended up with cooking yesterday 15 racks of ribs and 2 cases of chicken wings. And for people who might not buy chicken wings from Gordon's, it's a 40-pound case, 4 10-pound bags. I was always erring on the side of load amounts in each case. Seems to be it's higher amounts in each case because I had a full pan left over.
Well, yeah, I had asked you to do a count because what you had told me seemed low.
So the manufacturer says it's between 40 to 50, and it seemed like everyone was 50 per bag.
So you're 40 to 50 dozen?
40 to 50 individual wings.
Okay.
Or individual party wings, so already cut.
So 4 dozen roughly per bag.
Give or take.
Yeah, at 48. So yeah. Okay.
So I was erring on the 40 side, so I sold them in batches of 20.
Okay.
And yeah, basically cooked 2 cases. Which took a lot of time, actually. It took a lot of time to cook that many wings.
Wings take up a lot of space. They are small, but people don't realize how much space those take because you don't want them. I mean, I still try to leave some, when possible, as much as possible, to leave some space in between them so they cook more evenly. But yeah, that's a lot of wings. 2 cases is a lot.
I had the Outlaw full and I had the Rectech full. Care to guess which smoker got more smoke?
The Rectech.
Yeah, surprisingly. They were darker on the Rectech. They were still great, but darker on the Rectech.
Was it just not as clean of smoke on the Rectech?
I was cooking hotter, so I was at like 350. But I don't normally have a lot of smoke on the Rectech to begin with, so it was interesting. It's a rib cooking machine, I'll tell you what, though. Handled those 15 racks pretty easy.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Anyway.
So you sold us a bunch of food. You made some money. That's good.
Yeah, we doubled our cost, basically. That was kind of the goal. I sold them cheap. It was like $20 it was like $1 a wing and then $20 for a rack of ribs.
Yeah, we were, about same. We did the same thing. Well, we did ribs and pork. We didn't have a ton of orders. Did not push it hard either though. But yeah, I think we were 26 for 2 dozen wings, I think is what we had it at.
Yeah, good price.
Yeah. And then we did a big giant combo with 4 dozen wings, a pork butt and a pan of mac and cheese. And we got rid of one of those, but even I think we were doing 40 to 45 for a pork butt.
Yeah.
That's how I priced it. Which was, you're getting 5 pounds roughly. So, compared to what we normally sell by the pound on the truck, it really was a hell of a deal. So,
yeah, for sure. And that was the thing I was just trying to do was give us a little bit of winter attention since we're coming back full strength next month. So,
Yeah, and my idea was to price it low enough that we were still making money, but I might not have had to promote it a lot for it to
Yeah.
get the attention. But I mean, if we hadn't gotten any, I would have been all right with it. I mean, really. I spent my entire day yesterday out on my smoker and various things. Because while I was doing that, I was getting ready for the week, and I ended up working all day. So
Yep. And then you got to watch the stupid Super Bowl.
Super Bowl was great. It was a great game.
It was a stupid game.
Because your team didn't win.
No, actually, it was a stupid game because a lot of things just went wrong.
We're talking about the halftime show.
That was stupid. That was just absolutely. I don't know. I was with a bunch of people, and they're like, "Who's the special guest going to be? Are there special guests? Is Jay-Z coming out? Is Eminem going to come out when she performs? Who's going to come out?" Nobody came out.
Thought
And then
maybe
it
the
was
baby
like,
was
is she
going to come out.
pregnant? Is she not pregnant?
That would have been the attention getter. He's like, if they would have like induced her before the show and like her water broke like halfway through.
Well,
And special guest.
somebody
baby.
said that's the biggest gender reveal party I've ever seen. I like the performance. I'm not a big Rihanna fan anyway, but the whole shifting of levels.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was kind of neat, but it was way too high for me.
Yeah, yeah, the backup dancer outfits were odd. Yeah.
I saw a video of somebody putting that or one of her songs to the Oompa Loompa thing, and it was like perfect.
Yeah, I don't get the costumes. I think they could have been in just regular dance gear, and it would have been, for me at least, better.
It definitely wasn't Phoenix weather for that, or
No,
it wasn't Phoenix apparel. That was like Colorado apparel.
Yeah, I don't mind her music. I mean, it's not like I'm a huge fan, but I don't dislike it. So,
Did you catch the scratch and sniff?
yeah, I noticed it when it happened. That I thought it was odd, but maybe I didn't see it right, and then I saw it come through on my feed this morning. So, yeah, okay then. Yeah, the game was good. It was a good game.
No, the refs were horrible.
They were not that bad.
They were. I mean, in the end,
it was not bad. It was a hold.
There was not a hold.
Yes, it was. He pulled his jersey.
I
visibly saw his jersey get pulled.
You've seen a lot worse holds than that not get called.
You're right, but it's still a hold.
Oh, it's still not. It's within 5 yards.
It doesn't matter. You can't hold still.
It doesn't matter. It matters.
You can make contact. You can't hold.
I don't like when things like that.
It didn't determine the outcome of the game.
It did too. It absolutely did.
You have no idea. They would have gone for it on fourth down.
Okay.
All right.
Philly's defense was working out pretty good where they had a better potential to stop it.
Okay. Why didn't you stop them on when it was first down then? First down and goal from the 2.
Because that idiot
you
was
don't know that it changed the outcome of the game.
And you don't know that it didn't.
Well, when the defensive player comes out and says, "Yep, I held him."
Well, then he's looking for a new job next year.
Why? Everybody holds.
Right.
It's just a matter of whether or not you get caught or not.
I just don't like when things like that determine a game, and it did determine a game.
Hey, Philly shouldn't have given up a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter. How about that?
I saw a meme of what was it? Mr. Miyagi standing over Pat Mahomes and saying this was his halftime therapy, halftime pain medicine. Is.
Yeah, anyway. I mean, that dude was definitely in pain. All the credit to him. That 30-yard scamper that he had, or whatever it was, about halfway through that, you saw him land on that ankle and pick it up pretty quick, and then get tackled shortly after that. I mean, he definitely retweaked it, but I don't have a dog in the fight. I was hoping Philly was win because I think they throw a better party afterwards. They wanted to see people try to climb grease poles. But yeah, I mean, it was still a good game, and Philly had it, and they gave it away. So there.
Whatever.
You're awfully close to saying the NFL is scripted and it's as real as WWF or WWE or whatever it's called these days.
We won't go there.
Yeah.
I do think there's a listen, there's probably a better chance of that being scripted.
Of pro wrestling being scripted? Or
Pro
the
wrestling
NFL?
is scripted.
Yes, 100%.
I was more, I mean, I think there is a chance that NFL can absolutely be scripted.
It's been talked about a lot this year. I saw probably a dozen posts or so of people saying the script was leaked for the Super Bowl with a score and with stats and
All the scores I saw were very close to every one that or the final score. So
they were all in the 20s, all the ones I saw. So
most recent one was 37-31.
When was it posted?
It was like a week ago or so.
Was it? But I mean, yeah, sure. I can do one of those. Oh, the NFL script was leaked. Someone's going to get it close.
Yeah.
No different than 100 people putting what they think the score is going to be, and one of them's going to be close.
It's
Yeah. So whatever. As a Lions fans, I can't believe that it's scripted because then that means the NFL really is out for the Lions, and
well, you already know
all
that.
hope would be gone.
You already know that.
And there's not much hope there already. So yeah, I have to hold on to that as much as I can.
2025, bud. 2025.
2025 what?
Next year the Lions will get a playoff win. Or sorry, playoff game. 2024, Lions will get a playoff win, and 2025 they'll be in the Super Bowl.
That's what you're going with?
Yep.
I think they get a playoff win next year.
Ooh.
I also know that they will host a playoff game next year. And there is no way they're going to lose a home playoff game.
Ooh.
So lock that in. They win the North next year, 100%.
I'll put 100 on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I bet. Hold on, let me see. I'll turn my camera on for this. Okay, bet.
Detroit Lions win the North next year.
They do not win the North. Anyway, all right, so go ahead. So you actually worked too, didn't you? Other than just a Sunday, you actually did work.
Yeah.
How was barbecue? I was getting back to barbecue.
Yeah.
Should have got back to it a lot earlier. But anyway.
Well, we had some figuring out to do and some different cooking methods for this time of year. So we're not, because we're only doing lunches and we're only doing a couple days a week, trying to make things as cost effective as possible. So for this short period of time, we are cooking pork butts the day before, throwing them right from the smoker into the fridge, and then bringing them back out from there, which worked really well. We have found that works okay as long as you're not keeping. So the difference between that and reusing food, or leftover food at the end of the day, is that it's not on heat all day long in a pulled fashion. So the taste was pretty much spot on as to fresh. I could notice it just a touch. Maybe that's because I already knew, or maybe just because I'm super in tune to what it normally tastes like. So, but yeah, it worked out pretty good. So, and that's just so we're not using a bag of charcoal for every cook, for 2 to 3 butts a day type of thing. So that way we can save there, and at $30 a bag for charcoal that we get, it's significant savings for the 4 weeks that we're doing barbecue before we go full time. So yeah, we had to figure that stuff out. The grease is still just stupid. Because we do cook in pans, and I mean, if my trailer is not perfectly level, those doors will swing back closed. So as you're pulling out a pan of pork that's full of juice, and that door hits your elbow, there goes juice all over everything. And
May I make a
It's still-
suggestion for
sure.
so what I did when I had that issue, or not really issue, but yeah, put a full pan underneath, like on the next rack down if possible,
Yeah.
and then just tip it so the juice will just go into that full pan. Then you can dump that or do whatever you need with that.
Yeah. And I've done something similar where I've taken a pan out with me to kind of siphon out some from one pan to another. But yeah,
It worked for me for a while. So
well, and it works. You just got to remember to do it, and the doors swing a little bit faster once everything's been warm for 12 hours.
true.
So the first couple pans I pulled out, I wasn't really prepared for the quick closing of the 100-pound door onto my elbow. But yeah, I mean, the mess is there, and I mean, pulling pork and grease drippings, and I mean, it sucks, and it sucks to clean that stuff. So
yeah, it does.
So those are all, I mean, and it was 45 degrees yesterday, so and sunny. So having to do that in December when it's 20 degrees out or 30 degrees out,
Yeah,
is the biggest reasons we didn't kind of go that route. So
makes sense.
but yeah, it was good to be back. Had a pretty good showing on Wednesday. Not as good as we thought there would be, but I think it's gonna take a second for everybody to realize the new menu. It was at Spectrum office, so I mean, it got sent out to most people. We were twice as busy as we were for paninis though, so definitely an uptick there. And then yeah, we sold out on Thursday in an hour. So
Yeah, it's amazing.
well, I mean, yeah, I mean, definitely lighter amounts of food, but
Still, I mean,
yeah, it's definitely good to be sold out. So we're bumping up all the numbers this week. We'll be 3 days this week, so, and all should be good locations, and weather looks like it will be okay-ish. We are still doing text orders, which worked okay. They got a little cray on Thursday when we had a line, and then people were trying to text in orders and trying to manage both. So I've been looking towards going through some of the online ordering through Square and seeing what that looks like, and
yeah,
probably might do a test of that just to see how it goes. But yeah, text ordering when you're busy is hard. And we had someone texting an order at 11:30 for a pickup at 1:15.
Ooh.
So, and once we started getting low on food, we set aside protein to make her sandwiches, so that was good. So we were still able to satisfy the 1:15 order, but I waited an hour after we were sold out for her to come get her food. So, the downside of the text ordering.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, all in all, it was a good week. I think this week will be better. I think we're gonna run some pork tacos this week as a special. Yeah, Nate wanted to make a slaw for a pork taco. I said, sure, go ahead. And we'll see how it goes. So, yeah, he was super excited to do barbecue. He thought the pork was good, which is good. Yeah, it was good. It was all good. Happy to be back to barbecue, and everybody was happy to be back. I haven't gotten permission to share this, and I don't normally ask for permission when people say awesome things about us, but this one was a little bit more personal. From one of our Thursday people. Anyways, yeah, the short of it is, her and her father had always had a weekly lunch date at our place at the gas station in Dutton. They'd always met there for lunch. And this winter he was diagnosed with cancer. And they're not sure how much longer he has. So she was very appreciative that we opened early with barbecue, earlier than normal. So they were able to get food last week and kind of get some normalcy back into their lives a little bit.
Yeah.
It didn't make me cry at all reading this long, very, very long message. Yeah, it friggin' sucks, but it is nice to know that we touch more than bellies in what we do. And we've had numerous customers, unfortunately, that have passed, and regular customers that we've been close to, their spouses or family, and have shared in their grief with them. And that we've gotten, I mean, yeah, there's an elderly couple that was one of our walker people, and his wife had been battling for a while. And I mean, we got a message when she finally passed, when like he told us they took her off ventilators like the following morning. So yeah, it's great, but it kind of sucks to have that kind of attachment to these people.
Yeah.
To these people. To our very loyal people that yeah, are welcoming us into their homes and lives, and we mean more to them than just a meal. So
Absolutely.
I'm glad that we are providing, I will use the word of the year, that kind of value. So
I like it. I love it.
so yeah, that was my week. Yeah, we're excited. We can't wait to get going this week with the nice weather. So
Yeah, it's definitely looking nice.
so
I wish I was out.
oh, you should go find somewhere. I'm sure Home Depot would let you back.
Oh, I'm going on vacation as I
Oh, that's
mentioned.
right. For it. When are you leaving? Wednesday?
Wednesday afternoon.
How long are you gone for?
Till Sunday. I'm going to go have fun and not really have a care in the world.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that you won't be bored for a couple of days,
Well, I mean,
or at least bored in the serenity of the Appalachian Mountains.
yes.
So when you go hiking, just remember that those bears are
Smoky
coming out of
Mountains.
hibernation.
Absolutely. I'm hoping to find Cocaine Bear.
Yes, Cocaine Bear.
Did you get speaking of Super Bowl commercials, did you get messed up with that Tubi commercial? Like everybody did. Everybody
Yeah.
did. It was
Well,
great.
yeah, I came on and then I immediately looked for the remote, which was next to me. So I was like, okay, this can't be real, because there's no other way that. Yeah, that was very well done.
That was the best commercial. I mean, it was most engaging, most like we had because we had two TVs going, and my buddy has YouTube TV,
Okay, yep.
and one TV was a little bit off, so he did have the remote in his hand until we looked at like the other TV was doing the same thing, except it was a little bit late. But yeah, that was good. That was definitely that was a good commercial.
That was a good one. I like the farmer's dog commercial.
Some of them you just didn't know where they were going.
Yeah.
Like
And
Serena
there was a
Williams
couple that
playing
I didn't, there was a liquor one. Maybe it was wine or something.
No, it was Remy Martin. It was the Serena Williams one where she's doing the
Yeah.
any given Sunday speech.
Yeah.
Like, where the hell was that going? And then you see Remy Martin at the end. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I thought maybe it was like a Black Lives Matter type of thing, or an equality. Yeah, like something like that. But it was like,
Yeah.
well, I didn't. Okay. All right.
And then Serena Williams on the golf course.
I don't
Like,
think
I'm
I saw
sorry,
that one.
Serena's great, but I don't think she's ever played golf.
I wouldn't put it past her.
It was a Michelob Ultra commercial.
I do remember a Michelob Ultra commercial. Was that in promotion of the new Netflix docuseries?
I
Full
don't know.
Swing?
No.
I thought I saw a Michelob Full Swing like combo ad, maybe.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Anywho,
And then the Nike commercial, the movie.
I saw that I saw the trailer for that a few days ago, and I think it looks really, really good.
It does. They got a
Yeah,
stellar cast.
there's a few movies coming out this year that, for the first time in, I don't know, I think since the pandemic, that I think we have a pretty decently strong movie year this year.
Yeah, I agree. I'm kind of sad that the Flash is coming out because James Gunn is rebooting the whole damn series all over again. And they're not making this one the first of the new reboot, I guess.
Well, let's be honest. DC is a freaking nightmare.
It is.
It has been forever.
Very much so.
But
James Gunn is awesome and should do it right. But
well, yeah, he's got all his Marvel experience, so he can bring that to the table.
DC is just, every movie has been so dark. And
well, because it worked. Christopher Nolan made that work. So that was the new template. Whereas not everything in the Marvel world, but Marvel is much brighter and more comic book-y,
yeah,
like the good is good. Even Deadpool, which is an anti-hero, was light and fun,
yeah.
So yeah, it should be interesting. I like DC stuff, but I was never a comic book kid.
Neither was I.
The most exposure I got was one of my friends that lived down the road. His dad collected cards of all kinds, and always, that was back when you could get they had the comic book cards, trading cards.
Yeah.
And he had full sets of everything that came out. So that's how I kind of was brought into it. And I had another friend that read comic books, but I didn't like to read. I still don't.
Yeah.
But.
No, it was, I was just pretty much the same way. It wasn't really anything that I followed too much. And then I just got into the movies, and then I have to go back and Google, who's this character? Who's this character? So that part's fun for me, but.
Yeah, I never got into Flash or anything like the TV shows. There's just so freaking many of them.
There's definitely, and they don't really follow each other, or they don't follow the movies. Disney Plus is trying to do it, but
I think they're doing a pretty good job. This phase 4 has been a little lackluster because there hasn't been a whole lot of continuity.
I finally watched Wakanda Forever, and I thought it was horrible.
Oh, well, I have not made it that far yet because I'm trying to watch everything in order.
Oh boy.
So I'm up to, I think, Ms. Marvel on the series.
I haven't watched that yet.
So of the series that they have, Hawkeye was really, really good.
Very good.
I really hope he makes as much of a full recovery as he can, or that they incorporate his new bionic arms and legs into the movies, which would be fantastic. If you didn't hear about what's his name, Renner?
Yeah, I know he got ran over by a plow.
His own plow.
Yes, as he was plowing.
Yeah, trying to be a good citizen.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to see what I watched a couple episodes of She-Hulk, which was okay.
Yeah, I couldn't get into it.
But yeah, I mean, they're pretty much starting over.
Yeah,
Marvel is not a reboot, but that whole storyline is done. So they need to bring new characters in. So it's that whole storytelling backstory stuff that, I mean, no one likes. Just like the 3 Lord of the Rings movies, the first one's, in comparison, the slowest one.
Yes.
Because you have all the character building, and it drags on and on. But once you get past that, it kind of takes off. So I'm looking forward to Ant-Man, the new Ant-Man, which looks really good.
And the Wasp, Quantum Mania.
Yeah. So
that looks good.
Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings I thought was really good.
I like that.
I'm trying to get Loki was really good.
I haven't watched Loki yet.
Loki is really, really good. Falcon and the Winter Soldier I did not like.
No.
Moon Knight I had a hard time watching. It made my head hurt a lot of the time.
Yes.
What else? Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah, when Ant-Man comes out, it should boost Marvel back up because they're introducing a lot of characters.
yeah, and I think they said that that's kind of where we're going to start phase 5. But I think all of pandemic was just phase 4. And they're like, we're just moving past it now.
Yeah, we're just trying to get past it.
But I heard Tony Stark might be back, or Robert Downey Jr. might be back as Iron Man in another multiverse kind of deal. So that we might not have seen the last of him in an Iron Man suit. So we'll see.
Well, rumor has it was Tom Cruise was going to be Iron Man in the when they do the Illuminati.
Yeah,
which we'll see. I love the recent Doctor Strange. I really love that one. I thought that was really, really good.
I'm looking forward to the Fantastic Four. God, I hope it's good. Third time's a charm.
This will be the fourth time.
Fourth movie, third reboot. Because I think the first iteration had 2 movies. Because they had the regular Fantastic Four and then Silver Surfer, and then they rebooted it with just the one movie that was even worse.
Okay. So this will be third time's a charm.
But first time that Disney's had it. So
it's weird though. It's like you look at the characters for like Reed Richards. I don't remember his real name of the first one, but the Miles Teller as the reboot, I thought did okay. And then Jason Krasinski as this one. Like if they keep him, I think it'll do good, but it'll be interesting to see who they have for the other, the other 3, Sue Storm and John and the Thing.
Yeah, I look forward to it. It's all going to be good.
Yeah, I think so.
Way off track. How did we even get to this?
Well, it's a great topic. Just saying, comic book movies. Always new
Started with
topics.
the Super Bowl and then commercials and then trailers but yeah, the Nike movie looks really good. I can't wait for it.
Great cast too. Great cast.
It's good to see those 2 back together. That makes me happy.
So I saw a post in a Facebook group about because I'm bringing this up because Bubba said we should put it on there. We should talk about it.
Okay.
Who cooks their brisket like pulled pork? So I posted on it. Basically, it was a shot of 3 briskets. Actually, I mean, there was a total of like, I think 9, but it was three sets. 3 briskets tied together like a roast. Smoking, or, cooking them. And I asked the question because I'm that guy who asks those type of questions. What's the point of this? And he responded, which I appreciate. He was like, great question. Basically, we smoke it for 30 hours. At what temperature? I don't know. I'm just trying to pull up the post right now. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So
I would imagine it's at similar temperatures to what like a normal cook would be.
Well, so he said, hey, cool question. It allows us to smoke them for 30 hours. The finished product comes out very similar to pulled pork, which makes for a super delicious sandwich. Now, and then he posted a picture, and it does look like
dog food.
It does look like the texture of pulled pork, or the appearance, I should say, of pulled pork, but maybe slightly brown in color. So then somebody posted like, why would somebody do this? And my thought is, and I'll get your opinion on this. My thought is that bark is like a secondary concern for them. Smoking for 30 hours means the fat caps will or should be gone. So when it's chopped, it's all chopped together, fat and all. What do you think? Do you think, I mean, when he said consistency of pulled pork, a lot of the, your fat cap goes away with pork, you throw that away. But the internal, if you're really chopping it versus pulling it, it all kind of can get chopped and pulled at the same time. So What's your feeling on this?
I have lots. Okay.
We got it's our show, bud.
Okay, so your second, maybe this is why, where the fat cap dissolves, and so maybe it is a speed and he can just go through and chop it. Why would he want to do that? Here's a thought. Because he's never been good at slicing a brisket. He's never figured it out how to slice a brisket. So he figured out a way to be able to do it where he doesn't have to worry about going with or against the grain. But if you're chopping it for sandwiches, does it really freaking matter? Probably not. I don't know, man. 30 hours on a smoker, that's a shit ton of fuel that you're using to keep up the temp.
I can tell you that it looks, the smoker looked to be, it is definitely probably a like an FEC 120 maybe. So it's a pellet cooker.
Well, fuel's fuel still though. I mean,
sure, I get it. It's just, I mean,
there's a different method for everybody. So not only the fat cap, but you have all the interconnected, the marbling in a brisket. So I'd be curious how he gets that tied. So does he roll the brisket and then tie it? So it's like a cinnamon roll? I mean, a brisket's a long.
No, so he the way it's set is that they're basically set on top of each other and then he ties.
Okay.
There's no rolling. It's a straight.
So I'm definitely going with then he's cooking at normal temperatures and it just takes that long to cook to where they're tender. Because at normal temperatures,
30 hours? What's normal?
Like a 240.
Shit.
So normal smoking temperatures, not you hot and fast fuckers that are cooking at 300.
Shit.
Normal barbecue temperatures. That would be my guess that's where he's cooking, what the temperature he's cooking at. It takes mine 14 hours to 16 hours unwrapped at 250 to 260.
I completely understand, but and
so when you start stacking those on top of each other, think of how long that seam where the two are stacked, where the two meet, how long that takes to get to a pulled pork consistency. And all he's doing is just overcooking them.
It looks as if the bottom brisket is fat side down and the top brisket is fat side up.
Yeah, so it's all fat on the outsides. But you still have a whole lot of mass there to penetrate with heat to get that to probably 215 to 220. You've overcooked a brisket before, right?
Yes.
So you try to slice it and it just falls apart, right?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's all he's doing. He's just cooking it further. So that way he can just pull it apart with his hands. You know, does that make sense?
Oh, I get it. I'm just, it's just the, yeah, it's just the, I don't know. To me, it's just
Priest.
Did you see it?
Yes.
I mean, I get what the finished product is supposed to be like, but you have all this room. I still don't understand why you still can't cook, 9 briskets together.
I mean, hey man, good on you, because
looks like there's 12 actually, because there's a fourth level there, but I don't know, it's just weird.
It looks like it's 3 briskets, right? On each.
Yeah, I think it's
bundle.
I think there's 12 total.
So hey man, if you're going through 12 briskets a day, man, awesome. Happy for you. Good job. Way to go.
Very true. Wish you the best.